Hi, it's Carolyn and Michelle, aka LA Triathlete and Fuel My Run, and we're going off course.
Hello. Man, life. Wait, no visa. Just an update on that. No visa yet. It might, if it comes in the next hour, we're up, we're moving.
Podcast is over.
Yeah, see ya. But you know what's really difficult about not knowing when you're about to move? Do you have
Probably
any
a lot of
guesses?
things, but I would say, okay. For me, the hardest thing would be just packing.
Packing,
like where all the
yes.
shit is.
But buying the right amount of toilet paper.
Okay, fair.
I keep on buying a 4-pack. But
Yeah.
as women, we use toilet paper so much faster than men, and we keep on running out, and it is not convenient.
That's true. No, I could totally see that. It is.
Yeah.
That's a crazy situation you're in, to be honest. I can't imagine like when I move, even when I just move apartments in the same city, it's very
a full thing.
traumatic. It's a full
I feel
thing.
like it almost doesn't matter when or well, I mean, moving countries is weird, but it almost doesn't matter where you're moving. Like even apartment to apartment, it's a whole thing.
So hard. It's mentally and physically taxing.
I just don't want to organize this right now. Why do I have to organize everything? It has to be perfect because you can't just move. Okay, moving too is so funny because I moved so many old running shoes here, and then I got here and I was like, you know what? I have to recycle or donate some of my running shoes because I cannot move countries again with mild out running shoes.
Right.
It should be illegal.
That is so true. I think that's another thing. I guess that's one positive of moving. It's it really helps you declutter. But then you realize how much shit you own and you're like, why do I have all this stuff? You're
just like,
I don't know.
Why did I hold on to this one? I remember moving from my college dorm. I moved a sombrero and I'm like, should I have this? Why am I? And I wore it as I was moving because there was nowhere to put it, But
it's so funny. The Jordan,
thing.
There's stuff I've moved, literally from Ohio. Jordan, he'll find something and he'll be like, wait, he's like, you moved this across the country. You thought that this was important enough to move across the country. I'm trying to think of an example, but
you're just not ready to let go of it. You know what also sucks about moving? Running related and cycling too. You lose all of your local legends.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Can you imagine?
Let's talk about it. Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
So I don't personally care much about local legends. For me, it's the QOMs.
Okay, or the QOMs. But I like my local legends because I'm the person who's always there,
Right. No, I get it. It's so funny because I'll go home back to Ohio or I'll go to Kansas City for work or something and I'll run a couple times and get local legend status just because it's no one's running in those specific spots. Yeah. I feel here everyone's running the same route. So if I'm a local legend, it's for 2 seconds. But I do get QOM notifications from Ohio still and I'll be like, uh-oh. This person took your QOM. And I'm like, well, fuck. I'm never gonna get it back
hurts.
now.
I know. You're I guess I gotta go visit home and take it back. Wait,
buying flights right now. Yeah.
With segments. So sometimes I do my loop differently every single time. There's so many different ways I can do it. But if I were to go back and forth on one segment 100 times, does each time you go on it count as one?
Yeah. So okay, that's a good, so the Rose Bowl has a bunch of segments around it.
Yeah.
And so there'll be the whole, for on my bike, for example, the whole Rose Bowl loop is a segment. So I could do that 15 times and each one will show up on my Strava. So it'll be it'll show up 15 different times and it'll show 15 different times what your time was for each. Yeah. No, it is for sure.
Okay. Well, you can just do a mile loop and do it 20 times for a 20-mile long run.
Exactly. And then be the local legend forever. Yeah, it is. It is.
I should really work on that before I leave. Just do the same segment over and over and over again. I just really want to hold it for the year,
No, I got
2026, I just want to own it. Anyway.
Yeah, and then they'll be like, who's this queen? Right. I get it.
So how are you feeling coming into your race this weekend?
Oh boy, it's been a week. Well, okay, so I'm dramatic. Michelle knows. Today's
Thursday.
Thursday?
It's Thursday.
Oh wow.
Holy crap.
Oh wow. We're both huh?
I really need it to be Wednesday. Fuck. Okay, anyways, keep going.
I know, right? So I Michelle knows I had a mental breakdown this week. I literally voice memo her sobbing. My apologies. Yeah, just not a good Just like for
understand.
context for everyone listening. So basically I'm like not getting any brand deals, which like brand deals are just nice. Like they're nice. It's not like I have a job, but it's nice to have like, it just makes me feel good about myself that brands are like, we like her, we want to pay her. But I haven't had it shit in months. And then brands, like I keep getting like almost to the finish line. Like they'll be like agree on a rate, and then I get ghosted by brands. And then also I work with a management team, so management team will like submit a bunch of names for a certain brand deal, and then they'll like a brand will pick literally everyone but me. It's just like, and it keeps happening, and I'm like, okay, everyone hates me. So anyway, it caused a mental breakdown, and that literally both Tuesday and Wednesday, I was like sobbing the whole day, which is great, but a little dramatic probably. But Tuesday, I did a swim, but I shortened it. And then I went to go do my run, and I was like in such a bad mood, and I was like, oh, a run will help. But like I also was so bloated. And I was talking to Haley about it too. She's like,
The bloating
"It's
doesn't
probably, like,
help.
does not help." And I like weighed myself that morning before the mental breakdown. So I'm like, the weight probably contributed to. I weighed like 11 pounds more than I did a month ago, and I was like, it must be water weight, because 11 pounds
Must be
a
water
month. And
weight.
right. I was like, this is crazy. I still work out. I don't need that much.
Our weight
anyway, so-
fluctuates as women too, you know, depending
That's
on the time of the
true.
month. I swear, I'm always
like,
5 pounds of, I never know. It's
Right.
in that range, you know?
And mine is usually in that 5-pound range, but this was like the most I've ever weighed in my whole life. And I was like, that's weird. So anyway, that didn't help. But I
The
went to go do my
scale.
run
Mhm.
after post mental breakdown, put like my shorts on. I felt so like uncomfortable, fat roll over the shorts. I was like, I can't.
Oh, get
It's
out.
just the worst. I got to the bowl to do
Mhm.
the run, and it was like a speed workout. And guys, I'm not tapering for the race. So I was kind of excited for the
Obviously.
speed workout, obviously. But I was like, it was, kind of a hard workout, but like one I've done
What was
before.
it?
And it was 5 times 1K efforts. So it's like a 5K broken basically, but like the 1K efforts are at like 80% of max. So like pretty,
Ooh.
it's a solid, it's hard.
What
So I
pace are
started
you going
running.
for those? Or what pace were you
That
aiming
is
for
such a good
at
question.
80%?
Probably 7, like it's just so hard at the
7?
bowl because it's like one side's up and one side's down, but like
Yeah. It's like
a
uneven.
snake. 7-ish.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, something around there. I should probably do them on a track, but
I get it.
But I
I
started
get it.
running, and I just was like, I felt flabby. I was getting a stomach cramp, like a side stitch, and then my calves and my ankles were so unbelievably tight. Like they
Tight.
haven't been that tight.
You and your calves, girl.
Dude, and they've been fine for a while. Like the last like few weeks I've been running, and I'm like, I feel great. And then I was like, I had to stop like 5 times a stretch. So anyway, moral of the story is I did half of my workout, didn't do any speed, did 3 miles, and I said, fuck this. And I went home.
Sometimes when you're having
yeah.
a mental breakdown or in the middle of one, your run can either be amazing, never been done before, incredible, or it could be the worst run in the entire world.
That is so fucking accurate. And that's why I was like, okay, just still go and run, see what happens.
See what happens.
And then
fuck around and find
yeah,
out.
and then you get like a mile in and you're like, oh, let's fucking go. This was not that. I was like texting my coach and I was like, is it okay if I just stop? And he's like,
course
well,
you
try to run a
texted
little
your
bit.
coach.
Yeah, my coach is like,
Is it okay?
Sure. I was like, I don't want to ruin my race. So guess I'm tapering now because
There you go.
my run
Maybe
was
you
so
needed
short.
it. You needed it.
No, I think I did. And then yesterday I rode after another and I swam, but after another mental breakdown, and the ride was fine. It was really good. I'm glad I went because I like rode with my friends.
Mm-hmm.
It
Good.
really helped the mental.
Mhm.
But after I got back from the ride, I was so exhausted, like just on the couch, like a fucking zombie. So
What
Yeah.
phase of your period are you in right now?
good question. Glad you asked. I don't know. I'm like,
Hey,
I'm like,
boys.
I'm on.
Yeah.
Hey boys, if you're listening, shout out to the boys. So I'm on birth control. So it's like, I feel like, we still talked about this. It's like, do I still get my phases? But I think I'm week
Yours more
after next is
regulated.
my period. Right? It's week after next.
Okay, well, this
But,
kind of
like,
makes
honestly-
sense then.
Right? I'm like, sometimes this specific week, like in my birth control pack, is when I have mental breakdowns. So I'm like, I don't know. But I feel a lot better today. I like slept really hard.
Good.
And
Me too.
I woke up. Look at us.
I never sleep well
We're-
though,
we're-
so this is kind of like a big deal for me.
This is a big deal. Yeah. How many hours? I slept like 8, I think. I didn't wake.
That's
I
a
woke
good
up once to
question.
pee. Cat was
Are
good
you still
last
waking
night.
up to pee? Did Jordan eat his banana?
No, Jordan hasn't been doing the midnight
Oh wow, his
banane.
potassium must be leveled out.
You know what though? He might have had a banana last night. So maybe his potassium has not leveled out.
You got to count the bananas and see. Wait, your speed workout reminded me. So yesterday I did, and this is just a good reminder, I feel like, for if you're having a bad day, like, well, okay. There's two types of bad days. Like one is you have a race this weekend. You weren't feeling it and like you knew internally it just wasn't the play. Also 1K is kind of a long interval. So if you're not feeling
Really
it, it's going to be
long.
impossible, you know?
Let's talk about 1K. You're like, oh, that doesn't sound long. And then you like,
It's
oh,
like
no, that's
0.62
miles.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's
it's
wild.
long. And it's also hard too when you do 800-mile repeats and you're so used to them, which is why it's so good to do 1K repeats occasionally.
Yeah.
Because it gets you like past that, 0.5 of a mile. It pushes your body, and obviously doing different distances for repeats is cool. Which reminds me, yesterday I did a ladder workout. It was
I
1
love a
minute.
ladder.
Love a ladder. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. 2 minutes off. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. And
Fun.
it was so fun. Even though it didn't go like, I didn't hit my pace goals, which like were kind of rough anyway, but it was with various recovery. But the recovery I made a little bit longer so I could focus on speed more so in the intervals. So after 1 minute, I had 1 minute. Wait. 1 minute, 1 minute, 2 minute, 1.5 recovery, 3 minutes, 2 minute recovery. So the recovery was decent.
Yeah.
But
I like that.
I thought like I was going to be able to hit these paces in the low sixes and like fucking vibe. And I just kind of like you're saying with the bowl, there's like ups and downs. I was so hard on myself. And then I'm like, okay, first of all the snow was dissolving.
That's crazy.
It was wet everywhere. The road was like uneven. It was like slightly technical. And I'm just like, I couldn't hit my paces. And it's like, you have to be on a track or on very, very flat, like even surface to especially when you're going faster, to kind of like, you know how you kind of like let loose and you focus less on the technicality of the road and more on your pace.
Yeah,
that was really technical. But it was like I couldn't fully get myself to do it because I was like, I don't want to slip on a puddle.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. It's like there's just certain circumstances where your brain tends to focus less on the run and everything else. I think that's just like we're just, and we're just surviving. Maybe we're both tired. We're both, and then we both slept like a baby.
So yeah, that's true. Okay. In summary, you needed this little time because race it Saturday or Sunday.
Sunday. So yeah, the rest of the week is I have a swim and a trainer workout today, and then I'm gonna do probably the donut run tomorrow, depending on if I want to wake up early. We'll see.
3 or 5 miler.
Wow, great question. I don't know. My coach just put like recovery run, but he puts. For recovery run, he always puts 30 to 45 minutes. So I'm like, well, it could be 3, it could be 5.
You should do 3 because I feel like you need the extra recovery before. So then you have like,
that's fair.
Well, depending how you want to take the race, if you want to give it like an all out effort, like you don't want to waste it,
No, I know. And like,
your coach has different philosophy than me, obviously.
Right. He'll be like, either one. I'm like, okay, that helps. But the donut run's really fun because all the people who do the donut run, if they're not running the Rose Bowl half, they come to cheer because Randy's Donuts is on the fucking route. So everyone's going to be all hype and like excited. So I'm like, well, I probably should go. It's just the waking up early. And then
wait, that's cute.
I know, it is really cute. Like last year when I did the race, that mile like 8 maybe, I think 8-ish is when you pass, but then you U-turn and you come back. So you pass them twice. And I remember I got so excited. I looked at my watch and I was like, literally going like a 6:15 mile, and I was like, I need to calm down. But also, I felt really good, so I was like, let's go.
Yeah, maybe you can go a lot faster than you think. Obviously, not every race is going to be a PR, so low pressure. I just have to remind you because you've had so many freaking PRs recently.
That's true. I'm like,
could happen.
I think, and too, like last year was coming off the marathon fitness, so I think that helped a lot because I was, But we'll see. I like the race, so. And then Saturday I've got an hour and a half just ride. And then maybe I'll swim. And then the rest is crazy. Sunday. And then Monday's a holiday. So this bitch is gonna sleep the fuck in.
What does sleep the fuck in mean for you? Like give us an hour.
It means I don't set an alarm and I'm like, let's go. And then I wake up at like 7:30 because the sun.
Oh. If I
shining through the
like
window.
slept in, if I let myself, well, it depends actually. No, you know what? Every time I'm like, I'm gonna sleep in, I wake up at like 7. But but not really though. If I just kind of like let
Yeah.
myself sleep in, actually, I don't know. I'm always sleep deprived, so I probably could do like a 10:30.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't done that since
like
high
you
school.
need
Well,
it.
the
High
half
school,
the problem is we
not
like
college.
don't have. Oh yeah, college definitely. Yeah. We don't have blackout. We don't have any curtains, and our windows in a weird spot. We like tried to hang curtains when we moved in, but like it just was too much
get
work.
it.
And we're like, we'll just fuck it. And we have good blinds, but not good enough. Like the sun still fucking just peers right in and wakes me up. So
Yeah, with your wall to ceiling mirror
oh yeah,
windows.
Just
You're like,
making-
it just like sucks because like the windows are so big and it's like amazing.
It's so big.
It's
It's
so nice.
so
The
sunny.
sun.
It's so warm. It's hot here though, guys. It was 80 yesterday and like 82. I think I'm gonna go to the beach Sunday. Yeah, after
Shut
the race,
up.
Jordan's like, you want to go to the high in Santa Monica? 75. I'm like, let's go.
You're back to
But I'm
California
hopefully-
weather.
Right. I'm like, and then like it's like that weird thing, you're from California, but like it's cold as shit in the morning.
Oh
It's,
yeah,
like,
so you have
literally,
like 5 different
40.
outfits.
Yes, you get it. It's like winter in the like winter in the early morning, and like spring in the late morning, afternoon, summer, evening is like fall. It's great.
100%. When I grew up in Chico, it's even more dramatic. Like the morning you're
I'm
like
sure.
so cold and then you're so
Yes.
hot. I'm like, honestly, there's no way to dress for this.
Right.
But
No, yeah,
it's actually amazing. So
it is. I know. I'm like, okay, at least I've been planning. So for the race, it should be probably perfect. I'm gonna be honest. I'm excited. It'll be fun.
I love that. Yay.
Yay.
Yeah, I love
Yay.
that. You know what I've been thinking about lately? Because last year I obviously got a PR too, which was really big for me, the marathon PR.
Yeah.
But from now on, every time I get a PR, I'm going to celebrate the crap out of it. Like I'm going to
Yes.
really like I'm going to buy myself something nice.
treat yourself. Love
Treat
it.
yourself for like months. No, I'm just kidding. But like actually tell myself like if I have a big purchase in mind. And this is mostly because like I don't know, I set these goals pretty high for myself and I'm like if I get to them, I want to acknowledge it and I really want to
Yeah.
I don't know, I want it to feel like more of an accomplishment because I feel like I don't know, it was really hard not having Dov there for CIM. And
Yeah.
usually he's in season for every single race unless I pick
Yeah.
one in like a very specific window. But yeah,
Uh-huh.
I really want to like treat myself. What do you think about that?
I love that. You know what? I don't think I really did for any of my, no, you're right. Like I was in a good mood. Like I was really happy that I PR'd everything, but it was like for the
Just
half
more important.
Ironman, I was like cloud 9 for like a day. And then I was like, okay, I guess back to training. Like, I don't, it's just like, all right, now we go for the next PR. But it's just like, yeah,
Dude.
I should have gotten a massage or like something.
Right? Like my first
Something.
when I my third marathon when I qualified for Boston and it was a PR from my
Yes.
first marathon.
Yes.
I remember I was on a high for a year. Like I felt so
As
good
you
about
should.
myself.
Yes.
It just like internally, like if I was going through something, I'd be like, but you just ran a PR in the marathon and hit your goal.
That's-
And I was like on a high for like maybe more than a year. I don't even know. It's like, where did that go? When you get older,
No,
do you just get
that's-
like dulled to
No.
emotions?
I think that's what it is. And it's so funny you said that because I remember when I first did my first half Ironman, like, and I was young, right? Like 24,
Young.
23. So young, so
A
fresh.
young blood.
I didn't even care about my time, but like just the fact that I even did a half Ironman, I was like, I couldn't, when
You're
I
like,
finished
hell
that
yeah.
race, I was like, I'm a bad bitch. I was telling Jordan, I was like, can you believe I did that? Like, look at me. It's incredible. Blah, blah, blah.
I can
was, like,
accomplish
shook.
anything.
I know. And then I would go to like bars, like I'd go out at like just in general throughout the year and I'd be like, these people don't even know I did a half Ironman.
Exactly.
And then I would like bring it up all the time and I'd be like, I fucking did half Ironman and stuff. And now I'm like, I don't know. Now I'm like so skewed. I'm like, ugh.
You're like,
just
I
a
guess
half
I'm doing another
Ironman,
half
you know?
Ironman. I know.
Yeah.
But we need to
I'm
like,
like, what is-
really think about it, which also brings me to another point.
Right.
Well, actually, this kind of goes in we were brainstorming topics of mental
Yes.
banger thoughts.
Yes.
This is kind of one of them.
yeah. You're right.
Okay. So I think the distance of a 3 mile or a 3 miler, okay, how do I say this? Is the coolest distance, hear me out, because it affects the biggest majority of people in a positive way. So
Oh my God.
if you're like first getting into running, or like, Napa, you're driving me absolutely crazy right now. She's like growling. When you're first getting into running, or just like need to get a workout in, 3 miles is a great target. You can do a run walk, you can do a run, you're going to feel accomplished. Someone like Dov, who is a seasoned runner, runs a lot. The majority of the time, if he can get a 3 miler in, he feels accomplished. He feels good.
Yeah.
You could also push it fast and make it like a seemingly like really good workout at like a faster pace. You make it like a tempo run. You could take it as a shakeout. Even for us, like it's a good shakeout. Like, I mean, to be fair, we are kind of like a weird, like, subset of runners where it's like, I need a 5 miler to feel accomplished. But I feel like the 3 miler is such a special distance for the majority of people.
They should make a graph about this. Like,
of like,
we should
make
do
a
some
graph.
research. We should do a poll.
I love that. I used to be a graph girly. I feel like it depends on like how intense you are with running, because it's
That's
like
true.
Sometimes 5 miles I don't feel accomplished and I need 6. Like I did that on the treadmill the other day. I was like,
No, I know.
I
I'm
could
kinda
finish
like
now, or I could add one more and then I can feel good about myself. But like, why? Like, what does 1 mile do?
That's like, mine is also 5, or mine is, my threshold's 5 for feeling like 4. I'm like, oh, what was the point? And I'm like,
Like, why?
Carolyn, you're being a dumb bitch, because when you started running for the first time I ever ran 5 miles, I was like, holy shit.
Like, you're
like
amazing.
I would look at
you're
it
incredible.
on a map. I'd be like, look at all the ground I covered in 5 miles.
The first time I did an 8 miler, I told so many people.
Same. 8 mile. I remember
I was like,
the day.
8 miles.
I
Hey, that's the
literally
day
remember.
I moved with a sombrero in college.
Shut up.
Yeah,
See, we both.
weird.
I was like at home, still living in Ohio, obviously, because I started running like 10 years ago now. But anyway, I remember I was like kind of just getting into running, and I felt really good this one day, and I was like, let's just keep running. And I was at the lake by my like parents' house, and I ran, like I just kept going, and I was like, let's see. And I remember I did 8, and I was like telling everyone. I was shook.
It's crazy.
And then
especially people who don't run, that's like a crazy distance.
No, I know. And then we get so like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, not immune to it, but you know what I'm trying to say. But like, as you like start doing longer distances and stuff, you're just like, ugh. And then people who aren't runners or triathletes, they're like, oh my God, I can't believe you did that. And I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Which it totally depends who
Tuesday.
you're talking to. You know what I mean? When it's like doing a marathon, I was talking to, I think, Chelsea about this recently. Like when you do a marathon and let's say you hit a wall and you have a really bad race, a non-runner or someone who doesn't run often would be like, wow, you did a marathon. And like someone else would be like, oh, I'm sorry you didn't hit your goal. Like, but
right.
Good job.
So
it's like I don't know. It's different perspectives on different, but that's why I'm also hesitant, on getting into ultras because I feel like you get so mentally brainwashed of distances. Like a 50K fine, but like a 50 miler, I don't know. You don't get the same satisfaction from a shorter run, I would imagine.
God, that is so true. And it's funny though, but like how it gets skewed and then not skewed. Like when I trained for the marathon last year, I would do like the long runs, like 15 to 20 miles, whatever. And then when I went back after the marathon to like just 10, I was like, oh my God, this is so easy, just 10. But now that I've been out of the marathon training cycle for a while, I'm like, fuck,
you're like
now
10.
I have 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, Jesus. So it's just like, it's just a weird
time goes
thing.
into the factor. It's so true.
It
But
does.
then
So
when you start racing longer distances, it's a lot more difficult to race shorter distances because you have to work on your speed. And then, you know what bothers me though?
What?
Oh, wow. This is kind of funny. And I'm sure, like, obviously, we always see this, but people who are like, oh, yeah, no, I only race marathon. I mean, this is kind of me, but I'm trying not to be this person. It's like the people who only race marathons, it's like, okay, but racing a 5K or a 10K or a half is so much more difficult. Like, don't think you're way cooler for only racing marathons because racing a shorter distance is debatably so much harder.
It sucks. It's so hard. I haven't even done it. When was the last time I did fucking 10K? Not in a triathlon.
I'm impressed with your ability to do like even a half marathon this upcoming weekend. For me, I have to like mentally prepare myself to do like sign up for a half, which I haven't signed up for a half in years. I can't remember the
think-
last time I did a half marathon.
Yeah, that's interesting. I feel like that's like a thing. Like a lot of the marathon, and that's kind of how it is. I feel like maybe in triathlon, like people who kind of just focus on the full don't really do halves as much. But like, yeah, it's just different beasts for sure. But yeah, I love a half. I fucking
It's the best
like for
distance,
me,
I
it's like
think.
it's so nice. A marathon is like a huge deal for me.
It's like
just
taxing the
it's taxing. It
recovery.
consumes my life, and that's how full
Yeah.
Ironman is too. That's why I don't do them. I'm like,
A
guys,
full Ironman's a different beast.
oh my god, it took like I've only done 2, so I'm like not really the expert, but it's
I
like
mean-
even when I didn't even have a coach though when I did my most recent one that was like oh my gosh, like 5 years ago. But if I had a coach, I'm sure I'd be training even more because I'd actually have like structure. But I was just it's like all the time, just always working out and always tired. I'm like it's just
Always
not fun for
tired.
me.
Which-
Always fucking tired. Maybe one day again I'll do one, but
When you're
I'm
craving
not
it.
like good at it. What?
When you're craving it, you know what I mean?
Yes,
Like
it'll
do what
happen.
you're craving. I think that more people
Yeah.
need to do that, which like I went through so many years of just racing marathons. Mostly it was like a friend thing. Like I was doing it with Kim. Kim wanted to do a
Right.
race. I'm like, hell yeah, sure. Like I have really good experiences, but I don't think I was craving marathons for a long time and continued to do
Yeah,
it.
that makes sense. That's so interesting. That is so. I feel like I crave half marathons a lot.
I love
But
that.
last year I was craving the marathon, and like honestly, I'm not gonna lie. This year I'm craving low key, kind of craving the marathon, which is good because New York. So
Now you got to
and
do
a
it.
ultra, yeah, and a 50K, and then just a quick
50K.
31 miles. Yeah,
Just cash. Yeah, fit that
just
in.
cash. Yeah.
Okay, what do you have a banger thought you want to share?
Honestly, it's because I know you texted me about it, and I was like, "That's a really good topic," and then I like couldn't think of any because mental has been so bad, but.
Something might pop up in your brain.
I know. I was thinking that. I was like, when you said yours, I was like, man, something should pop up. And it kind of makes me mad because I know for a fact I've had some mental bangers lately.
The ones I wrote down, I'm like, dude, they're pretty random.
I do have one, and this is from when I was like 7. And I
Okay.
made this, like, I had an epiphany, and I was like, I'm the smartest person in the world.
Love.
But I realized, Arby's restaurant, and maybe we talked about this, I don't know, but
Wait, do you call it a restaurant or a fast food joint?
fast food joint. Arby's.
Restaurant.
So
The sit down white tablecloth.
sit down, 5 stars, Michelin.
Where's the beef or whatever?
Where's the beef?
Who's got the beef?
Arby's, I don't even know if I've ever had, I think I've had Arby's like 3 times in my life. I realized Arby's is RB, which stands for roast beef. And I told everyone at swim team practice, I was like, guys, I just had a realization. Arby's is like RB, roast beef. Fucking genius.
Did they really do that? I mean, it's a subconscious
that's
thing.
what I think. I never
that's
looked into it.
incredible.
I
A
mean,
marketing
probably, but,
god
like,
at the ripe age of 7.
yeah, it was like I truly was meant to be in marketing.
I never thought of that. I love those things though. That makes me makes me feel really dumb though. Like I love like diving into like certain topics and then like something
Yeah.
so simple, I'll be like, "Oh my god, I never knew."
Yeah, no, right, I know. But I will say I blew everyone's minds with that to this day. So it's my number one mental banger thought of my entire life thus far in my 32 years. So
And honestly, it's a good one. Which kind
it's a
of
really good one.
speaking of aging,
Yeah.
I was thinking about this. I don't know if it's a banger thought, but I feel like no one really talks about this. No one really taught us how to transition like with watching TV. When we were growing up, it was like you turn on the TV and it was stations and you go to your station. And now it's like
Yeah.
I don't know, like over Christmas, my dad's like, how do we turn on the news? And I'm like, honestly, I don't know. I don't really know how to watch TV anymore. I just like go back and forth from different apps.
Wow.
Like, what do we, why
Michelle.
are we supposed to know how to do this? No one knows how to do it right.
No, you're so right. When I'm home at my parents, it's so funny because they've got like they're paying for everything, Netflix, HBO, whatever. My mom
Love.
sits on on her chair and we'll be watching TV and she'll have on cable and she'll be watching a show that I know for a fact is on one of the streaming services she pays for. She'll be like watching TLC and I'm like, bitch, this is all on Hulu. I know you have Hulu, but she's sitting here watching the show with commercials and I'm like, Mom, open up Hulu. You can watch it without
Exactly.
commercials. And she's like, it's fine. But then us, like cable who? But we use Jordan's parents' YouTube TV account, which like low key, I think YouTube TV is like kind of
nice.
catching on. Because the other day we were trying to watch a football game and they're like, there's too many people on this account
No,
watching right now. And I was like, oh,
What's up? I can't get myself
Miss
to
ma'am.
what is it? Bite the needle with YouTube because that one's too expensive. Like the other ones,
It's so
I can
expensive.
it's $50 a month or something, right?
I think it's more. I think it's like 70s. We'll pretty much only watch football on there, but then Jordan will like pull up the TV guide, and I'm like, whoa, like the guide on the YouTube TV, and I'm like, there's channels. Like we could really,
And
like,
that's
we could
old
watch real
school.
TV. That's old school. It's
That's I
crazy.
only watch real TV in a hotel. You know, I think we've talked about this.
Same.
Like the middle of a CSI episode, I want to have no
Yes.
context and be surprised. Now that Dov is not here, he's not going to laugh at me for this. Do you think France, when they gave us the Statue of Liberty, thought we'd be so obsessed with it? Like we're obsessed with it. Like it's New York's entire personality.
Oh my god.
I think I was high for that.
I wonder,
one.
France. Like, do you think that France gets the ick?
They're
That
just
we
like
are so obsessed with it.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
like
They're
literally
like,
relax.
It's not that big of a deal. Like we do stuff like that all the time, and we're just like it's everything to us.
We worship her.
Yeah,
We-
it's like
Do you think that, given the current political climate, that France is like, wow, we shouldn't have done that?
oh, they've talked about taking it back, which I'm just like, yeah, we don't.
I mean,
deserve
they
that
should.
anymore. Also,
Yeah.
I have a theory.
Yeah.
As an extrovert, I hate talking on the phone. Do you
Yes.
like talking on the phone?
No.
Why? Why do we not like talking on the phone?
It's so interesting. I don't know. I fucking hate it. The only person I'll call is my mom, and usually it's because I'm having a mental breakdown, and I'm like, I need her help.
I
So-
mean, like I'll call
That's why
some people, but
Yeah.
like I hate it. I mean, Kim calls me after kind of cute. Her long run, she'll always call me on the drive home, and that's like our catch up.
that's cute. That's cute.
But I'm like, when do you get off the phone? How do you know if it's going to be an
It's
hour conversation
exhausting.
or a 5 minute? You know what I mean? Like I need to prepare.
Can I tell you a secret? This is
Yeah,
going to
of
make me
course.
sound terrible.
I
I
love
have
it.
some friends who really love a call. And
Same.
but like here's the thing.
I'm
If
like-
you're going to call me, give me like a text being like, "Hey, do you have a minute for a call?" If you just call me out of the blue, panic. I just decline.
what's it going to be about?
No, literally. And I'll be
Decline.
like sitting on the couch with Jordan. We're like having our I'm like, I could talk on the phone, but we're like in the middle of our programs. And so my one friend sometimes will call and I'll just be like, hey, can't talk right now. I'm like, what's up? And then see what the situation is, given the circumstances. But my grandpa did that the other night. I'm like, I can't not pick up my grandpa's call. And he's
The
just so
older
cute.
the
and he
person
can't-
is, the more often you have to answer. I think it's like
and
a
I felt
scale.
bad because it was like middle of dinner. And I was like, I do have to probably answer this. So we had like paused the show and then I was talking to him. But yeah, no, it's like so hard because it's like, yeah, I really need to be in the mood for a phone conversation, but it is hard to be like, all right, talk to you later. But with my mom, I'll just be like, okay, bye and hang up.
Oh my God, my ex used to drive me crazy because he would always say, well, I'm going to let you go. And I'm like, okay, so you want to get off the phone. Like, don't
Right.
make it sound like it's for me. Like, I don't care. I'm down to get off. But like,
Yeah,
you
anytime.
can get off if you need to. Don't be like, I'm going to let
Right.
you go.
Yeah.
Why'd
It's
that
mutual.
bother me? Yeah, it's a mutual.
No, I
like,
get it.
come on. Last one. I also have a theory that companies will keep somebody in a position for a really long period of time. Like, there's always that one lifer, quote unquote. And everyone's
yeah.
like, wow, they've been there forever. Even if they're like, they kind of suck because they need to show you that there's opportunity for security in your job, even if there isn't. Like it's a fake security. And there's always that one person who's been there forever. Every single company, name one that doesn't have one.
That is. And then they'll be like, look, this person loves it. They've been in this position forever and they've stayed forever.
And they
But, like, for
probably get
me-
paid well to say that shit.
They probably do. They probably do. And I'm like, honestly, for me, it's like sometimes I'm just lazy. And I get comfortable and I'm like, I could stay in this job forever.
Oh, okay. This is kind of interesting. So I'm
Yeah.
training for Big Sur right now. Well,
Oh, yeah.
loosely training because that's in April. It's like basically the week after Boston.
Mhm.
Or that same week, technically, that Sunday. And I'm doing it different this time around.
How?
So, you know how in a typical like marathon training block, you have like maybe you run 20 miles 2 times and you have like a build
Yeah.
up and then it kind of goes down a little bit and then up. I'm doing it a little bit different because I want my goal this year to be focusing on actually, this isn't the first half of the year. This is my goal. I really want to focus more on shorter distances. But since I'm obviously signed up and doing this marathon, I'm going to focus more on speed But also, I will be getting maybe 1 or 2 18-milers, but I don't think I'm going to get a 20 in because I don't care about my
Oh.
goal time at Big Sur. I just care
Yeah.
about like keeping my speed and my efficiency. And so I'm not going to be like, I don't know, really going all out training for Big Sur, but I'm gonna try to be good with hills and try to be good with speed, but
Oh, I
like
like
not
that.
specifically train for the distance.
I think that's good. And like I don't know, I feel like you've got all the volume because you did like a few marathons this year. So
Totally.
I do think that fitness like totally carries over for a while, you know?
I do too,
But I'm not
especially
the
when you don't
expert.
take that much of a rest in between.
Yes,
You know what I mean? It's
that's
like, yeah, I
true.
took a few weeks where I was kind of like not really running that much. Like I was still running,
Yeah.
but less like overall distance. You know, those nice 3-milers. But
Ugh,
yeah,
yeah.
and it makes it so much easier on my brain that I don't have like a finish time. Like it's more the experience. So it's like I can have fun with this training. Yeah, there's going to be a
Right.
couple long runs that are going to suck, but it's not I'm dedicating my entire life to training for a marathon.
Right. It's like less pressure.
Totally less
Love.
pressure.
Live, laugh,
Wait,
love.
when's your
Yeah.
next race after this weekend?
Oh my gosh. I guess it wouldn't be till Oceanside, which is March 28th.
Okay.
I will be out of the country the
Oh,
week
yeah.
of Oceanside. I won't say why. I'm not really technically allowed to talk about it yet. It's exciting.
I'm not allowed to talk about it yet, but you'll find out
I'm
soon.
not talking about it yet. Signed an NDA. Just kidding.
Ooh.
But I'm gone across the country, the world. I'll be in Europe from
That
like the
week?
21st to the 25th. Literally get back like
Friday?
I don't know the exact dates. Like nothing's like I need to figure all this out. But yeah, I get back like the 20. See, I don't know if I even get back the 25th or the 26th or what. But the race is the 28th, and I'm like, fuck. But I'm not gonna miss
Wow.
this trip. And I signed up for the race before I knew the dates of the trip. But then I was like, people travel across the world to do races. So this is just the same thing. You know what I mean? Like people be going to fucking like Australia or Europe and they'll do like Ironman. So I'm like, this is the same. It's
And
just-
also you travel a lot. So I feel like if you didn't travel a lot and you had this right before the race,
Yeah.
it might impact it. But I feel like you're used to traveling. Also, you're
yeah.
probably going to be working out a lot when you're gone.
Yes. On the trip, I will be maintaining my fitness. It'll be like, I'm sure it'll be weird. Like I have a pretty specific
Yeah. I
week
was
before a
gonna
race
say.
usually with like how my workouts are, you know, like around this day, like it's
Totally.
like always the same thing with my coach. But I don't know, like Oceanside's really hard. I'll be riding a lot during this trip, a lot of cycling, and like Oceanside, like the bike is so hard, it's so hilly. And I'm like, maybe it'll be good that I've done a lot of riding that week. And then, you know, when I get back, I'll just like sleep a lot and then hopefully I
Just
don't
sleep
know.
all day
Oceanside's
long.
like it's like not really a good PR course because it's so hilly and like I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I'm like,
Yeah.
chilling.
You sound
I'm
easygoing
not-
about it. That's the most important
think
part.
It's just fun. It's close by. It's like, you know,
What
it's
are you
like,
going
might
to
as
do?
well do
Not
it.
go on a trip, you know?
No,
like
literally.
life is short. C'est la vie.
It's short.
Or something like
Say
that.
la vie. And it's like, if I don't do my best at Oceanside, then so be it. But who knows? Maybe I'll do really well.
Or you could always go. Also, something that I used to not think about a lot, but people I was around, I'm so vague. Like a lot of people focus on stuff like this. I
Yeah.
never did personally, but I
Yeah.
think we need to be looking at course PRs more than overall PRs too. Like especially if we do the same courses over and over
Yes.
again. Like I
That's
never
so
think
true.
of that. You know what I mean? But I've done so many repeat races and I'm always like, no, I want to go out for my PR. It's like, why don't you PR the course? You
That's
know?
such a good point. For like a half Ironman too, every course is so different. Like
So
La
different.
Quinta is like flat and fast, but Oceanside is so fucking hilly and like I'm just like you can't compare the two. So that's why it was like
Totally.
hard that I went like so long without a PR for 70.3 and I'm like, Carolyn, that's because you're only doing the hardest fucking courses.
Yeah.
And then came back
And
to
then
La
when you
Quinta
do
and
an
PR'd,
easy
so.
one in comparison, that's why it's like, obviously, when I did a downhill marathon, I got a PR because I had this like built up
Right.
race shape and I love running downhill and it's a lot easier than doing a hilly course. But then, like, you totally have to judge them differently.
You do. You do.
Bars.
Gosh, we're so insightful.
It just took me like how many years of racing to be like, maybe I should focus on the course PRs.
Yeah, right. I know. I'm like, let's just relax.
Not a big deal.
Right. Oh, my dentist story. It's like not even.
Yeah, what happened?
It's like so dumb. It's not even a big deal. Okay. No, it's good news. So, okay,
Oh,
guys,
oh,
I've
okay.
really talked about this, maybe, but I haven't been to the dentist in like 8 years. Okay.
Oh,
That's crazy.
do you
But
floss
since
every
I
day
lived,
though?
I do. And I have an electric toothbrush. Like I do take good care of them.
Okay.
So I had probably have talked about this, might be beating a dead horse, but I had a dentist growing up who was really good. He retired. Then this lady bought his like practice. So then I started going to her back when I lived in Ohio. She was a scammer, I'm convinced. And she's the one who took my wisdom teeth out. I did it when I was like 20, like 2.
Okay.
I was like a
That's
full grown
normal.
adult.
No.
But I don't know, it wasn't great. Like I feel like they left part of the tooth in. I think I had to like go back, and then like I found like some fucking string in there months
A
later.
string?
Like
Welcome to my deepest nightmares. I would have nightmares of like pulling a
was
string
like-
out of my teeth. My God.
No, it was like from the stitches, but I was
Ugh.
like, it's still in there and came like sliding out, and I was like, what? Whatever. So anyway, there was a year where I had dental insurance, but it's never a lot. So I remember I used all my insurance to do the like wisdom tooth surgery.
Yeah.
And then, so I like went to this, like the same year I went back, and then I got like x-rays, whatever. And she's like, oh, you have a cavity. And I was like, okay, fine. So she's like, come back, we'll fill the cavity. So like whatever, the next week, come back. I'm in the chair. She numbs me. She's like, literally, I'm in the chair and numbed. She's like, actually, I think we're going to have to do a root canal. And I was like, ma'am, you can't just drop that bomb on me right now because you already only told me I needed a filling. Like a filling's way easier than a fucking root canal.
What is
Plus,
a root canal? Like
I
what
don't even
what
know, dude.
I've Googled it like 5 times. It's one of those things where it's like, I don't know what it is. It sounds terrible. It's like, do they like
No, I think it's
scoop
terrible.
the tooth out with a spoon
Yes.
and then like fill it in with gravel,
Yeah, something like that. Like way more intense, way more expensive, and I was very poor. And I was like, I literally can afford this. I was like, you can't do a root canal, ma'am. And I was like, I have things to do today. So I was very upset, and I was just like, no, like you do not have my consent. So then she was kind of a bitch about it and was like, okay, well, we'll just do the filling today, but just so you know, like it's bad. Like you're gonna need a root canal soon. And I was like, okay, lady,
Gross.
whatever. Move to LA. And then I never go to the dentist again because I was like traumatized, and I was like, I'm gonna get a root canal.
Never go to the
And also, like-
or you didn't find one.
And I'm lazy, and like honestly, it's not even like once you have a dentist or a doctor or whatever, it's like the process of just going to the dentist isn't that bad. It's just like finding one in your network, going to the initial appointment, like all this shit, it's just a lot of work. So anyway, my friend Marlena was like this guy was highly regarded. She's like, you have to go to him. He's the best dentist in the world. And I was like, okay. So I made an appointment for like literally in like October. They're like, the next available like new patient appointment is in January. And I was like, oh my God, okay. And Jordan found a dentist at the same time. He hasn't been in like 13 years.
Jordan.
Longer than me. I know. So he
Well,
went.
I'm proud of you guys for going.
Thank you. It's a lot. It's just a lot. But he went to a different guy and got an appointment way sooner. And he had like 4 or 5 cavities. And I was like, this is going to be this. And he's never had a cavity before. And I was like, oh God. So anyway, I went this
because he
week.
hasn't been to the dentist in 13
I
years.
know. And he's got like white. He's like, teeth look fine, but whatever. So I was like, this is going to be gnarly. So I like go to the dentist. This guy is like, your teeth look wonderful. Nothing. Not one
Incredible.
goddamn cavity, you guys.
Not a one? You're
And
like, are
then-
you sure I don't have a
not
root canal needed?
I told him the story, and I said, listen, my old dentist traumatized me. That's why I haven't been. And I was like, she told me this, this, this. And he goes, well, first of all, she can't do that. She's not allowed to do that. And I was like, I know. And then he said, also, I don't even know what tooth she's talking about.
Oh my God.
I know.
So
Our
she was
king,
literally going to like scoop out your tooth. Well, we're still
Just
not
to
sure
charge
what a
me
root
money.
canal is.
I'm-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which there's some sketchy practices because I remember I had to
know.
switch my OBGYN once, which I hate doing. Insurance
Yeah.
sucks. It's like I had one
I
that knew all
know.
my stuff and then I had to go to another. And the one I went to
She knew
was
your
in
vagina inside and out. Yeah.
Yeah, and it literally, it's like, oh my God.
Literally.
I think I blacked this out because it was such a bad experience. I went and the girl was like, she took out her iPhone and started taking photos.
Of your vagina?
Wait a minute. The more I think about this, the more I think I have a lawsuit on my hand.
What a minute.
And then I was kind of like, okay, maybe she's putting it into a folder. Whoa. You got, for the record, it wasn't, I'm okay. Like psychologically.
Did she ask any
mentally, I'm okay.
follow up? Or did you ask follow up? Or you're like, hey, what you doing there, buddy?
Well, and then, I was kind of like, she's like, oh, I'm just recording for like notes. And I was like, okay, it's just like weird to do it on a phone. You know
No,
what I
that's
mean?
whack.
Like at least pull out an iPad, because then it looks a little bit more technical.
Like,
Anyway,
that's
so that was
crazy.
weird. But then I had TMI. Boys, just like skip ahead 30 seconds. I had a yeast infection, and I was like, you know what? Like, I can't, like, boric acid wasn't doing anything. I'm just going to go in and like get it treated, you
Get
know?
a pill. Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
I went in, and they're like, okay, whatever. She looked whatever, did the thing, went to the front. They're like, oh, since you came in twice in 1 year, we actually have you have to pay $500. And I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, well, look at our terms and conditions. Like, if you come in more than once a year, like, you have to pay $500. And I was so mad, Carolyn. Like, this is a time where I was poor too. I threw a scene. I made a scene. I was like, this is unacceptable.
Yeah.
And there's two people in the waiting room. And I was like, honestly, this is so unacceptable, so unprofessional that you didn't tell me this before. And they were so embarrassed that I was doing it. The girl's like, it's okay. You don't have to pay. You don't have to pay. Okay, shut up.
Make a TikTok about that specific doctor and get her canceled. That's crazy.
That's crazy. Wow, I really
She's
blocked
gonna
that
set
out
like
of
a
my memory.
folder. She
She was like
probably
the only one in my insurance. Like, she was the only one that would like have openings, which kind of makes sense.
That's crazy. I saw TikToks of people who have been going to get their vaginas waxed, and they're like, yeah, I went to the waxer and she was wearing meta glasses. And I'm like, why are you wearing those? And then they'll be like, well, they say they're not recording. But I'm like, this is people, that's crazy. I can't believe she
Is
took
it
a picture.
obvious? Is it obvious,
I
like,
think-
when people are wearing meta glasses?
Okay, that's a great question.
They're
I was wondering
Ray-Bans,
that
right?
too.
Or
Yeah, the
are only
Ray-Bans. I
some of
think
them
that they're like
Ray-Bans?
kind of, I think they're like thicker.
Like chunky? Do they have like a little
But, like,
camera lens on them? Is it obvious?
They do have a little like tiny little like circle, I think. But like if you're not paying attention, like I would never even think.
That's kind of an ick.
That's crazy.
If you're wearing meta
That is an
glasses,
ick.
other than like I get like recording
No,
some
that's an ick.
content, I think that's kind of cool to get like
Yeah.
certain POVs, but I'm sorry, it's kind of an ick of mine right now. It's so invasive. It's too much. Like, let's go
Right.
back to stopping monitoring everything.
It's it is an ick. You're right.
Such an ick.
You're right.
Would you have any icks right now?
Always. I don't even know.
I think that's like my major ick at the moment.
That's a good one. I'm trying to think. I always have icks.
The running ick the other day. Well,
I did a video that I posted. I don't know if you saw it, but I did my running icks 2 days ago. It didn't do well. It tanked.
Of course.
I got like
Oh,
500
no.
likes.
I mean, always the waving one like makes me mad.
No.
You know what? When it's like you see the same runner every single time.
Okay.
Okay, here's an ick.
Did we talk
Here's an
about
ick.
this?
Probably we have, but this is what bothers me even more when it's a runner that's like souped up, like they're wearing all the gear, they're
Yeah.
also going fast, so it's like,
Right.
okay, cool, like you're doing your thing,
Right.
But like if you're that runner that's souped up, fast, and like obviously like a good runner, it should be on you to wave more than the extra person to another runner, because you want people to be excited about our sport. You want to like be welcoming. You don't want to be this like
You're so right.
pretentious, like fast, annoying. I don't know. Because there's this one guy who will never wave at me, and I always wave at him. And I'm like, do you think I'm not cool enough or something? Come at me, bro.
You should literally trip him next time or like body slam him. Okay.
Body slam. I
There's
could get behind that.
I feel like we've talked about this. I feel like we have. But there's this woman on my run or on my long runs.
The one
I
that
don't know if I
doesn't wear a
talked about
bib.
No, this is a lady I run by every week.
A shirt under the bib. Okay, yes, keep going.
See, I run past her like on the road outside, like every week. It doesn't matter what time I start, which is weird, but it doesn't matter what time I start my run. We always pass on the same stretch of road. And I'm always starting my run, and I think she's always ending her run. Every fucking time. She just like she'll look at me. She'll just stare at me like a ghost, like fucking wide-eyed. And I just say hi or like wave, and then she just stares at me and just runs past, and I'm like, I guess to go fuck myself then. But I'm like,
It's the staring for me. Which,
the staring.
to be
I'm like,
fair,
you're looking right at me.
if it's the end of like a 20 miler and you're super loopy, maybe
That's true.
you're just like not
That's
able. But if it's multiple times, you have
It's
a problem.
every week. One time I went, good morning, really loud,
yeah.
and she kind
Out
of
of,
like
like-
smiled,
Hi.
and I was like,
Hi.
I got her,
Got her.
got
You
her.
should like do something
So-
like really weird and throw her off the scent next time. Be like, hoo, hoo,
I
hoo,
know.
or like something like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
love that. She'd get really scared. She might be scared of me.
people.
I don't know.
She calls
I'm
the
like, I'm not a
cops.
man. Respectfully,
Respectfully, I'm not a man.
respectfully, yeah. I'm like, I can kind of see like if a man waves at me, I'm like, ooh. But It depends. It depends on the man. If it's another runner guy, I'm usually like, hey, what's up?
How cute is it though when like an older like male, they get really excited. I feel like there's a certain like a older man generation gets excited to see other people running. And I think it's because running has gotten so popularized recently that this generation is like, holy crap, like only the nerds used to run. And now literally everyone is running. They'll be like, good job. And I'm like, you guys are the best because you appreciate seeing us out there, you know?
Absolutely. Actually, that reminds me, on my long run, like 2 weeks ago, I was running at the bowl and it was raining, so there's no one there, but I was running and I had to run past this guy. He was going like just slightly slower than me, so we were next to each other for like a minute, and he's like talking. He was like older, and he's like, how far are you going today? And he was so sweet and so cute. And then he's like, yeah, I'm only doing like 6. He's like, I'm pretty sure I have a torn hamstring. And I'm like, why are you running? So he was running through that. I was like, maybe be resting,
maybe don't. I'm speaking on behalf of my friend Emily. She went to Trader Joe's in her New York Marathon jacket, and this guy pulled her over and was like, did you actually run it?
Ew.
Who would say that?
None of your business. That's crazy. Ew, none of your business?
And she's like, oh, yeah, I did. And he goes, okay, but like, did you actually like run though? Or like, it like made it sound like, oh, you can't actually be that fast. Like, it was just like the most strange interaction. But then it's like
pretentious.
He was just like weird. He was like a lot older. He like didn't, I don't know. He's like, well, once I ran a marathon, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, okay, buddy, like whatever. I don't know. I just can't with people, you know, people suck.
Actually,
but also people are cool.
People are cool. But that does remind me, when I was at the pool the other week, I just remembered this. This guy was swimming. I see him a lot. He's just like an older gentleman. He was swimming, and I was wearing
gentleman. When you say gentleman and lady, it's already automatically over the age of 45.
Yes. Respectfully, he was definitely way over. He's probably like in his 60s, but he was swimming, and then he's like, hey, what Zoot? Because I think he saw it on my jacket. And I was like, oh, Zoot's like triathlon like clothes. And he's like, oh. And he's like, so how fast? Like immediately, it was like, how fast do you run a marathon? And I was like, buy me dinner first. Oh my God.
But yeah.
And I was just like, oh, like around like 3:30. And he's like, oh yeah. He's like, I ran a marathon. He's like, I think I did it in like a 2:40. And I was like, he just asked me that so he could tell me his time. Which is crazy.
And then you're kind of like, you want to, at that point, it's like, okay, you obviously wanted to tell me that. So I typically just try to make the person feel good about themselves. And then I walk away and roll my eyes. I'm like, that's so cool.
Yeah. I was like, wow, that's so fast. And then I got in and fucking destroyed him in the pool. Swam circles around that bitch. But yeah, I know. I always like, it really bothers me when people like, I don't know.
It hurts my heart
I feel like
though,
you're
a
like
little bit
me.
too.
Yeah. But we're like similar people where I'm like, I get uncomfortable like bringing up accomplishments or like,
totally.
I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I don't
especially
want,
to random
I want to
people.
be humble. Yeah. I'm like, I don't like, I have like, if someone asks my time, but I'm never gonna like bring it up or like, I don't know, it makes me uncomfortable. But then there's people that'll just be like, well, and then just, I ran a.
It's like, can you imagine? I'm like, I'd rather.
No.
And okay, also like,
me.
God bless the friends. I feel like you. God bless the friends who are just like, I don't know. Sometimes I'll be in a room, they'll be like, Michelle's a marathoner and she just ran Boston. And I'm just like, oh my God, first of all, I'm super embarrassed by that. But also,
but keep talking about it.
Those friends are awesome that like bring up your accomplishments. And it's like,
yes,
when you do that for other friends too, I feel like it's, you know, that's like a really good friend that's bringing up your accomplishment. And like you do that for them too. So those friends are cool.
That is so fucking true. Such a good point. Yeah. I like the friends that hype you up to other people. And then you're like literally like, stop, I keep going.
Stop, keep going. But now I'm uncomfortable.
I love it. But like,
love
makes me, like my mom does that a lot too. She like hype up my Instagram. We were at like my stepdad. So I guess technically I always say it's my stepbrother technically. But you know, it feels weird saying that because he's like, we're old. But he got married and I was like home in October. Well, that's when I was home for my dad's funeral. But my stepbrother's, he already got married like legally, but then he had like a Cincinnati wedding. Okay. My parents are actually in India right now for his Indian wedding because he married an Indian woman. And
fun.
But anyway, we were at the like wedding and I didn't know anyone except my mom. So I was just like hanging on her. But my mom would be like, oh, her Instagram is LA Triathlete. Follow her on Instagram. I'm like, Mom, stop. But like,
it's like, just stop the face for the hype. Like, I'll take the ball.
It was kind of embarrassing because I was like, I hope these people don't think that I like told my mom to like tell
Pour
them,
you out.
but
I'm just kidding.
no, literally. Well,
Well,
rate the show, follow us.
yeah. Well, Spotify and
Yeah.
YouTube will have vid.
Yay, yay.
Yay,
Yeah.
yay.
Love you
Remember when we used to
guys.
say that all the time?
Yay,
Or was that
oh yeah.
yay, yay? Where'd that come from?
Oh yeah. I don't
Was
know.
that a California thing?
I feel like I said that.
That's a millennial generation thing. I don't think
Yeah.
other people
No,
are
the
saying
kids
that.
ain't saying it these days.
Anyway,
all right.
Well, we will
See
see you next
next Tuesday.
Tuesday. Bye.
Bye.